You asked a really good question about due dates. Now, due dates in general are calculated based on your last period if you are having normal cycles, because you ovulate sometime, usually mid-cycle. So if you have a period and then don't have another one, you know that you got pregnant sometime during that month. But ovulation isn't a perfect science. Most women ovulate 12 to 16 days before their next period is going to start, but some ovulate a little bit earlier than that and some a little bit later. And that can throw off their due date a little bit, and the doctor might decide to change it if an ultrasound is done sometime early on in the first trimester when they see what size the baby is. Because a fetus grows at a pretty consistent rate during the first trimester. And as they start to get bigger, if any, deviations are noticed from growth, either the baby's smaller or larger, in the second and third trimester, it's usually due to something else going on, not the due date. But sometimes doctors will decide to change a due date if the baby's far off from the due date given by the woman's last period, if they feel like it's not due to like a physiological problem. You asked another really good question about asking your doctor at your next appointment when they feel like you'll deliver. And this is not a stupid question at all. It's one that every woman thinks about when she's pregnant. When am I going to have my baby? Now, most women deliver sometime between 39 and 40 weeks. Sometimes you go over your due date. Very few women actually deliver, though, on their actual due date. When one of my patients does, I kind of tell them they have like a turkey timer and it popped and it just worked out perfectly. But most of the time it doesn't. And it's going to be easier to determine when you might deliver once you get a little bit further along. For example, if you started contracting and dilating a little bit when you were 34 to 35 weeks, then your doctor might predict that you would deliver sooner rather than later. But if your cervix is, like thick and closed, or maybe even just 1 centimeter going into your 36, 37 week mark, then the doctor might say, yeah, you'll probably make it to 38 or 39 weeks. But really there really is no good way to predict when a woman's going to have her baby. There's so many different factors that can play into it. The bottom line is, though, we'd like you to get to full term, which is at least 37 weeks, and babies do best if born at 39 weeks. So if you can make it that far, then that's best for your baby. But go ahead and ask your doctor, and maybe they can shed some more light on it based on your previous pregnancy history, because actually the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So you can ask your doctor at your next appointment, but they may not be able to give you a good, solid answer, because we all wish we had a crystal ball, but we don't have one, unfortunately. Good luck with the rest of your pregnancy, and if you have any other questions for me in the future, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.